Okay, Grayson, let me show you the parts we're going to be working with. This is our flight controller. SpeedyBee is the brand. You have flight controller and the ESC. ESC stands for electronic speed control. There are 3 output wires for each motor. This here is the input, power input, and there are parts within this box that I'm not going to get out yet, but there's your flight controller. This flight controller is for a wing that I'm going to build. An airplane without a fuselage. This is the video transmitter that we'll use, and this is high definition. Output's 1080p. These are the 4 motors that will power the quadcopter, and so you can see here's one of the motors. It's an EcoII, which means economical. These are not highly expensive, but they're decent. They have a hollow shaft to take out a little weight. So there are 4 of those. This is the GPS module. Here's a larger one that goes on a different drone, so you can see what it looks like. It's a ceramic insulator with a GPS receiver on it. So this will be wired into the flight controller. And then this is the newest SpeedyBee frame. Quadcopter frame. Let's see if I can get it open here. I've had it open, I know I have. Okay, let's open this. I must have looked at somebody else's. Anyway, I've taken birthday money and Christmas money and saved up lunch money to buy these parts, just a little at a time. Okay, come on. There we go. So there's what it looks like assembled. Here. Here are the parts. Here are the plastic pieces. This is carbon fiber. It's a protectant. These are 2 different mounts for the flight controller. It's rubber, so they have different stiffnesses to give the flight controller isolation, make it a little different, because that affects how it flies. And here is an arm. The motor goes on there. And these are protectors for the wires. And it looks like these have LEDs in them, so they'll light up when the quadcopter's flying. And there are other bits and pieces in here that we'll get into. These are aluminum. These are the mounts for the camera that I was showing you. So the aluminum protects that camera because it's an expensive camera. By expensive, I mean, I don't know, $150 for the camera and transmitter. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the lid back on before I start losing pieces. That wasn't everything, but that's the big stuff. camera and transmitter, flight controller and speed controller. And there's one more piece to this puzzle, and that is the receiver that my remote control talks to. This also talks back to the remote control to tell me what's going on with the quad, tell me if the motor's overheating, or it'll send me the GPS coordinates, it'll send me all kinds of data called telemetry. And this is the antenna that I built recently and sent you a video for that. Okay. I just happen to have laying here an old style camera, transmitter, antenna combination. So this came off of another quad, and I'll probably reuse this on an airplane. And other pieces, this is a battery that I use to program here on the workbench. Oh, that's something that's cool. The flight controller, that brand, can talk to my cell phone. So I can actually program it and make changes to it with my cell phone when I'm out in the field without carrying a laptop. Because the laptop that I have is so old it won't run most softwares. I just use it here for looking stuff up on the internet, and sometimes that doesn't even work. So here you can see different flight controllers that I have, and I actually have a Bluetooth module here also that will plug into old flight controllers, and I can transmit through that Bluetooth module and reprogram them using this. And this will support iNav software, ArduPilot software, and Betaflight software. We'll be using Betaflight. And so you can see, let's go to the simulator, if it's still on here, because the simulator you can actually see. Oh, also this will talk to that receiver right there and program it if I need to change software on it. That's one of those. And the speed controller, I can reprogram it from here, and I can flash new firmware onto the hardware. But I don't see the simulator on here anymore. You used to be able to just simulate being connected. So here's a full drone you can buy for $4.89. That's all those pieces. Okay, no simulator. It's gone.